Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet. And now, let us bow our heads in a moment of silent prayer.
Bannister's the one with the mourning band on his arm.
I wonder what he meant about seeing him right after the funeral, or else it might be too late.
We'll soon know.
He's been shot. Shot?
Another challenge for the Green Hornet, his aide Kato, and their rolling arsenal, the Black Beauty. On police records, a wanted criminal, the Green Hornet is really Britt Reed, owner-publisher of the Daily Sentinel. His dual identity known only to his secretary and to the district attorney. And now, to protect the rights and lives of decent citizens, rides the Green Hornet.
Have you read this?
Well, I glanced at the proofs. Is something wrong?
Doesn't make sense.
You mean the why?
I mean the how. 20 people witnessed a shooting, including the district attorney. And not one of them heard a shot or saw a gun flash.
Phone.
It's Scanlon. Is the scrambler on?
Yes.
Yes, Frank.
I have to see you, Britt. Something just came up on the Bannister case.
Good.
I've got the coroner's report here. The slug they took out of the victim is 17 caliber.
17? I never heard of such a gun.
Nobody has them until now. How soon can you see me?
Make it a half hour.
I'll be there.
Mike, Mr. Reed's busy.
This is important. There's a dame on the phone, young Bannister's girlfriend. She says she knows who killed him. She's afraid she's next and wants to get out of town.
She's on the phone now?
Right now. For $2,000, she'll tell us her story.
Transfer the call from Mr. Axford's line. Make the deal.
Hello, Miss Cameron. You've got a deal. Meet me here at the office. Yeah, maybe you're right. Make it 11 tonight. We put the paper to bed at 10:30, then everyone leaves. I'll be here with the dough.
Go down to the cashier and draw $2,000.
Now, this is more like it. Just like the old days when I lived in the same building with you and your father. Your pa, rest his soul, was running things. I remember once we paid $5,000 to an axe murderer.
Oh, okay, Mike.
I'll get him out.
Yeah. Yes, Frank?
Ballistics has come up with something more on that gun. During World War II, the OSS had a silent and flashless gun invented for use behind enemy lines.
And this must be one of them.
Well, that was my first reaction. But I checked further and learned that the OSS guns were all .22 caliber and they're all accounted for. But there's one thing that ties in tight. James Bannister, Dave's father, was a retired gunsmith.
I've got something that ties in even tighter. Dave Bannister's girlfriend is ready to talk. Hello? Yes, Miss Case. What? When? I see. Thanks. That gun's been used again.
What?
A messenger for a brokerage house carrying $5,000 in negotiables. He was killed in a crowded elevator, and not one of the passengers heard a shot or saw a flash.
Well, then the Bannister killing was just a beginning. They can have this whole city at their mercy. We better find that gun and destroy it fast.
Let's hope there's only one gun we're after.
Yeah.
Kato, get the Black Beauty ready to roll.
In here, miss.
Mike Axford,
The same.
you got the money?
Right here. 2,000 good ones. Talk now, pay later.
What? The Green Hornet. What do you think?
Take it easy, miss. We won't hurt you. All right. There's $4,000 in there.
For what?
That's twice as much as your deal with the Daily Sentinel. Who killed Dave Bannister?
How'd you know about that?
I know about a lot of things.
Why do you want to know who killed Dave?
I want the gun. It's that simple. Who has it?
I'm telling you would be putting it in worse hands than it's in now.
Come on now. If you were clean, you'd go to the police, not the Daily Sentinel.
That money means my life. I've got to get away.
Tell me who has the gun and your life is guaranteed. By me.
You'll do that?
I will. You have my word. And this. Well?
Joe Renner. He killed Dave. You know him?
He works for Al Trump.
A cheap hood. With his fixed fights and his rowing crap games.
Why was Bannister mixed up with him?
It was my fault. I insisted we have $2,000 in the bank before we were married. We were both working. We were putting away a little money each week. Oh, but it was too little and too slow for Dave.
So he tried to make it grow with 7s and 11s. Lost all your savings and then tried to get it back. How did the gun get into it?
Dave told Trump about how his father had invented it. He offered it to him in exchange for his IOUs.
Then Dave stole the gun from his father?
When Mr. Bannister found out about it, he was going to tell the police. So Trump had him run down by a car. First, Dave thought it was an accident.
And then he was killed to keep him from going to the police. Where do I find Renner?
He lives in the Argyle Arms on 10th Street. Apartment 609.
One of them, Raina.
No, they work for Dan Carley. Big Dan Carley.
Look.
Renner. Dead. You know what this means, Kato?
Dan Carley knows about the gun.
If they've got it, Carley will have this town in his hip pocket.
All right, you guys, hold it right where you are.
Al. Oh, that's the Green Hornet. And they've killed Renner.
Al Trump.
All right. Now get your hands up. I never thought I'd blow the whistle on anyone, but, Owen, call the fuzz and tell him Al Trump just got the Green Hornet for him.
Close the door.
I assume you didn't see Carley's two hoods leaving as you came in.
Carley's boys. Did they get Joe?
Yes, Al. They did. Did they also get the gun?
Gun? What gun?
I've got no time for games, Trump.
Okay. Okay. What do you want to know?
Was the gun here? Did Carley's boys get it?
I got it stashed.
I want it.
So do a lot of people.
Including Carley. And he's gonna kill until he gets it.
Carley doesn't scare me.
He didn't scare Benny Roberts. Dead. Or Legs Carson. Dead. Or Smiley Benson. Dead. Is that enough of a list for you, Trump? Or would you like more?
What do you expect me to do? Give him the gun?
That would be the easiest and the safest. Or you could do it my way.
Which is?
Let me negotiate with Carley for you.
Yeah, but I got plans.
So did Legs and Benny.
Okay.
Do we have a deal?
What's your cut?
Half.
That's highway robbery.
Another highway might lead right to the cemetery, Trump.
We got a deal.
Move 4,000 units this weekend. I said 4,000. I meant 4,000. I told you to close the window. I feel a draft.
Already did, Chief.
Doesn't feel it to me. What is all this?
No more tricks, Carley. I'm here to talk business.
What do you want with me?
I have something you might want.
For example?
A gun that fires accurate and fatal bullets without gun flash or sound.
What makes you think I might want it?
Should I ask them why they killed Renner, or should I just ask you?
I'm a reasonable man, Hornet, but I'm not a fool. I know Al Trump's got that gun.
And I've got Trump right in my pocket.
Meaning?
If you want a deal, deal with me.
For something I haven't even seen? For all I know, that gun may be nothing but a rumor.
Is a rumor worth killing for?
Getting it for nothing is one thing, Hornet. But to pay for it? I'm still a businessman.
Suppose I set up a demonstration. Just the three of us, Trump, you, and me. Open and above board.
And I'm to trust you.
I'm willing to trust you.
I kill, Hornet. I don't lie.
That's something I have to find out.
True. Then I'll hear from you.
You'll hear from me.
What happened? With bodyguards like you, a man doesn't need enemies. Give me Al Trump. Now listen to me, Trump. I want to do business, but not with the Green Hornet. He'll move us both out. But I've got a way to get around that. Shut up and listen to me. We'll set up the demonstration in one of your layouts. Only the target is going to be the Green Hornet.
You're still going to go through with it?
I've got no choice. It's the only way we can bring the gun out in the open where we can get our hands on it.
You're walking into a trap. You better let me help.
Thanks, Frank, but the Green Hornet started this. He'll finish it.
Hey, Hornet. You haven't got any surprises planned for us, have you?
No. Why? Have you?
Sure it's him.
Positive. I'd know that car anywhere.
Code 12. The Green Hornet traveling south on Wilmington. Roadblocks at 1, 7, 9, and 14.
Lost him.
We better double back.
Let me see that.
Sure, Mr. Kirby. It isn't loaded yet.
Let me see it work.
You bet.
Why don't you take a shot at the wall?
the doors? Yeah. You can't get out. Had to happen sometime. You and I have been on a collision course for years. Two brilliant men. There's room for only one.
True. Sad, but true.
I wish I didn't have to use this.
Fine, Kato. You timed it just right. Call Scanlon. Tell him it's time to pick up these two.
1 grease, 1 parboiled.
Joey?
Well, Charlie, I was just waiting for
I know, you was waiting for a late date, right?
Yeah, that's right, a late date. Maybe you got a private deal going. A little double cross, huh? Oh, not me, Charlie. What? Well, you know best.
Sure, I'm only kidding. You can always count on Joe Sweet, right?
Well, hey, look, Charlie, I gotta get moving.
I thought you said you had a late date.
Well, yeah, but I was just gonna leave.
Come on. Charlie, I got something in here to show you.
It's a new gadget for a special accident we got in mind.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you were always good at that, Charlie. Real good. Hey, look, I'll see you later, huh?
You'll stay put. Just until I get back, Joey.
Charlie, well, why wouldn't I? Hey, you know I'm straight, Charlie. Look, I gotta get moving. Charlie? Hey, Charlie! You and the guys know I wouldn't blow the whistle on you!
Just like you figured, boss. He was selling us out to that newspaper guy, Axford.
I'll get him, too. We can't afford to take any chances.
Another challenge for the Green Hornet. His aide, Kato, and their rolling arsenal, the Black Beauty. On police records, a wanted criminal. The Green Hornet is really Britt Reed, owner-publisher of the Daily Sentinel. His dual identity known only to his secretary and to the district attorney. And now, to protect the rights and lives of decent citizens, rides the Green Hornet.
Kato. Don't get too close. Sweet! This could be a setup for Mike. Just be ready. Joe Sweet! Up there. Light him up. He's okay. Just out cold. We'll take care of this payoff. We'll have to catch up with the man in black another time. Good story, Mike. Time it was told. Racketeers staging accidents, then milking the insurance companies. Costing all of us in rising rates.
It sure is.
Mm-hmm. Good story. Except for one small detail.
What do you mean? I got all the facts. Sweek not showing up, the Green Hornet, everything.
You left out a word.
Where?
This reporter, on way to buy evidence that would have proved a man named Alex Colony, who has a large personal injury suit pending, has been faking his injuries.
Hold it, right there.
What did I forget?
The money word, alleged. And that's trouble, expensive trouble.
Your trouble has just arrived. Mr. Colony's lawyer.
You better go, Mike. I'll try to straighten it out. Show him in, please.
It's a she-type lawyer. Miss Claudia Bromley.
Britt, darling.
Claudia. Oh, that'll be all, Miss Case.
Yes, Mr. Reed. I'll be just outside if you need any help.
What a charming office.
What can I do for you, Claudia?
Well, we could save a lot of trouble and settle out of court, but then I wouldn't be able to wear my new trial outfits, the latest thing.
Oh, I'd never deprive you of that pleasure.
Oh, Britt, you're sweet. I see you've read the morning paper. Your reporter, Mike Axford, made $1 million boo-boo.
Shouldn't we let the court decide that?
You're a love, Britt, and I really hate to do it to you, but the evidence is right here. And my poor injured client, Mr. Colony, is simply devastated by the allegation.
Well, in that case, we'll make it a foursome, and I'll invite my lawyer.
Oh, you're so understanding. You can tell me all about it at lunch.
I might do that one day.
One day? Britt, you make suing people such a pleasure. Ta-ta!
Don't say it.
Now I know I'm right. Joe Sweek is in the morgue, neck broken. His landlady discovered his body early this morning at the foot of his rooming house stairs.
And what do the police say?
Accidental. But I tell you, it was murder. Boy, am I going to write a story.
Leave it to the obit department, and that is an order.
But the picture Sweek had for sale showed Colony standing without canes or anything.
You don't have the picture, Mike. Britt Reed.
Can you talk?
No, not at the moment. Why don't we meet for coffee? Say 20 minutes?
In the paper. You're wide open for a libel suit. So I ran a check on Colony.
I was hoping you might. What'd you find, Frank?
He appears to be clean. He's been in town 7 months and was making plans to build a factory when he was hit by a car.
I was afraid of that. He's too clever to leave any open ends. It's a vicious racket.
My office has been running an investigation on this sudden rash of accidents, but no proof of fraud.
Maybe the Green Hornet can bank the fire.
Oh? How?
Tonight I'll pay a visit to Colony. Hornet gun. Check. Hornet sting. Check. Let's roll, Kato.
What do you want?
Since our names were linked in this morning's newspaper, I thought we should meet.
Green Hornet.
At your service. Declaring myself in on your little accident racket.
You'll declare yourself in on nothing.
Shall we say 50-50?
You don't frighten me. If I were free of these, I could break your neck.
Just like Joe Sweek?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a sick man. Why don't you leave me alone?
Your name and mine in the newspaper is worth $1 million to us.
I tell you, you're wrong. You can't believe what you read in the papers.
As I was saying, 50-50. That's my offer for the moment. It may go up, so make up your mind fast. Note, circulation has risen 8% since we started the racket-busting series. Further information will disclose that this...
I got a new angle on the story.
Tear it up.
Tear it up?
One lawsuit is enough.
I'm sorry about that. It never happened before. It'll never happen again.
And incidentally, about the $1,000 the Green Hornet took?
I'll pay that back too, somehow.
You shouldn't buy stories from stoolies you don't know.
I checked him out. Ex-con, mechanic. Worked in a custom car shop. As cleanup man, he was straight.
Custom car shop? Where's that?
Just around the block from where I was waiting for him the other night, when the Green Hornet clobbered me.
Oh?
Excuse me, Mr. Reed, just reminding you of your luncheon appointment.
What about the story?
I told you, Mike. Forget it.
You'd better hurry, Mr. Reed. I wouldn't want you to keep Miss Bromley waiting.
The paper's being sued for $1 million, and you got a lunch date with his lawyer.
If I had known it meant a lunch date, I would have found some way to sue you before.
You haven't answered my question.
No, I have not done any legal work for Mr. Colony before.
What if he turns out to be a phony?
But, darling, you're not going to get me to drop the case that way.
If that happens, you could be in danger.
For Mr. Colony in his condition. But you promised no business talk.
You're right, Claudia. Lunch. But one short stop first. Okay?
My afternoon is yours.
Yes, sir. Can I help you? Hi. Yeah, I'd like some ideas and an estimate on customizing my car.
Glad to do it for you. Well, only thing is, I'm kind of swamped this week. Tell you what, maybe next week, if you'll let me have your name and phone number, I'll give you a call.
Okay. Britt Reed. I'll check back with you.
Sure thing. Anything you say.
You do some interesting work here. You mind if I look around?
Oh, thanks. No, go ahead. Help yourself.
Thanks a lot.
Sure thing. Anytime.
I'll be back. Well, that didn't take long, did it?
Rich, you're playing amateur detective. Lawyers do research, too. I know Joe Sweek worked here, and my client doesn't even know him.
Didn't. Joe Sweek is dead, remember?
What do you say, Petey?
Good, how'd it go?
Great.
What was she doing here?
Who's that?
The dame. That's the big man's lawyer. The guy's Britt Reed.
Britt Reed? And that's the guy who owns the newspaper, the one Sweek was selling out to.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Be right back.
Just a minute. Yeah? Worked fine, huh? 4 witnesses. Good. What hospital they take them to? Good work. We are going to have a big year in this town. Yeah. Did the boys bring the car in?
Yeah, just now, but we just had a visitor out there. Britt Reed.
What about him?
I don't know. He was just here. Something about wanting his car customized.
Not Reed I'm worried about. The Green Hornet.
Yeah, but that's not all. Your lawyer was with Reed.
She was?
Yeah, that's what Charlie said.
I hear my lawyer was in here with Britt Reed. Did she see you?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Can't take any chances.
You mean an accident for her? She's your lawyer.
So I'll get a new one. Take care of her tonight.
When? Where? I'll see what I can find out. Never mind the custom car shop, Kato. Claudia Bromley's been kidnapped.
You keep breaking in here, making these ridiculous accusations. Of course I didn't kidnap my attorney. Why don't you ask Britt Reed about it? He's got more to gain by getting her out of the way.
What if I was to tell you that Reed's answer was the same as yours?
Which one of us are you going to believe?
Reed is a legitimate businessman. You're not.
And what are you, Mr. Good Guy?
That remark will cost you an extra 10%.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, if it weren't for these sticks, I could tear you apart.
Now it's 60-40.
I don't scare.
The tip of your cane is missing.
I'll get another one.
No need to. I found it. On the floor of the custom car shop.
What car shop? Those tips are made by the thousands.
Let him go. We found our man in black.
Why'd you let him get away?
We have to get him and Claudia at the same time. Some passage between here and the warehouse. They're expecting us. It's a trap. off them for delivery, Kato. You look uncomfortable, Claudia.
What are you going to do with me?
Just see that you get home safely. The Green Hornet doesn't like competition. Shall we? The law and I don't see eye to eye.
Investigation of the bizarre capture of Alex Colony and several co-conspirators turned up files and photographs indicating that an alleged racket has been victimizing local insurance companies. I see you remember the key word, alleged.
The same mistake twice? No, thanks.
Oh, Britt, I will never forget what happened to me last night.
Wasn't it dangerous?
At first I thought it was, especially when the Green Hornet arrived.
Wouldn't you like your dinner?
Britt, you have no adventure in your soul.
Running a newspaper's enough for me. Eat your dinner.
You know, I have a feeling that the Green Hornet isn't as bad as people say he is. He was so polite.
And tall and handsome?
Oh, much taller than you. There I was, tied up, helpless, about to become another victim of Colony and his gang, when out of the darkness came the Green Hornet. I hope he never gets caught. But if he does, I shall defend him for nothing.
I'm sure he'll be delighted.
Mr. Britt Reed, please. This is Pat Allen at the office. Well, when do you expect him? This is important. Then can you try to reach him and have him call me back on the nightline? I need his okay on something. No, it can't wait till morning. Look, I'm sitting on a hot story and I have to have his permission to break it wide open. Yeah. Okay. I'll be right here.
Another challenge for the Green Hornet. his aide Kato, and their rolling arsenal, the Black Beauty. On police records, a wanted criminal, the Green Hornet is really Britt Reed, owner-publisher of the Daily Sentinel. His dual identity known only to his secretary and to the district attorney. And now, to protect the rights and lives of decent citizens, rides the Green Hornet.
Councilman Bright assured the mayor's special committee that he would vote against any increase in taxes this year. And here's an additional note on the bizarre death of Daily Sentinel reporter Pat Allen. The only witness, maintenance worker Mrs. Martha Crown, hospitalized by shock, has shed no further light on the matter. District Attorney Scanlon and the police have theorized that the leopard, which escaped from the zoo only blocks from the Sentinel building, was panicked by traffic and sought shelter in the building. Meanwhile, on the national scene today,
how could the leopard have gotten to the city room 8 floors above the street? And why would it kill Pat Allen?
That's something we have to find out. How's Mike taking it?
Badly. He's in there now cleaning out Pat's desk.
What's that?
On a huge walled estate near Danforth. All that's left of Pat Allen. The rejected lead line.
Shouldn't we save that for the police?
What for? They've already closed the file on this case. Accidental death indeed. When was the last time you saw a leopard accidentally wander into a city room and kill a reporter?
Easy, Mike. We all feel as bad about this as you do.
I never had a son. Pat Allen came as close to being that as anyone could. He was really keyed up about that story he was working on. I wonder what it was.
Kato said when he...
Where'd that come from?
It fell out of this package of cigarettes. They were Pat's.
What is it?
Looks like a miniaturized transmitter. Type that are used in space capsules.
I told you can't disturb
I've got to tell him he's all wrong about this.
What's this all about, Miss Kate?
Well, I tried to stop it, Mr. Reed.
So you're Mr. Reed. Flora would never have done a thing like this.
Mr. Melvin is the leopard keeper at the zoo.
And I want to tell you that Flora couldn't have killed your reporter.
Couldn't?
Well, she's 18 years old, Mr. Reed. She's lost most of her teeth, and her claws are worn down to nubs. If she were still in the jungle, I don't think she'd be alive.
She was mighty lively last night.
Did you write this story?
So happens I did. Why?
I've lived with these animals all my life, and none of them would hurt anyone.
That's something poor Pat Allen might find hard to believe. The boy was just starting a great career, and it went out that window with him. Thanks to your leopard.
Oh, Mr. Reed? Mr. Reed? Where will you be?
At home. I'll be back in about an hour.
Well, I think you got a pretty tight case, Captain. I'll send one of my deputies over in the morning. Yes, I'll be waiting for your letter. Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Scanlon.
Yes.
Here's the gemologist report.
Thank you. Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I'll be gone for about an hour or so.
Right.
buzzed me, I would have called you. There's one piece of evidence that I withheld from the press. There was a good-sized diamond found on your reporter's desk.
Diamond?
Here's the gemologist's report on it. The stone is genuine, all right. It's worth between $10,000 and $15,000.
That fits in.
With what?
This. A miniaturized transmitter.
I don't get it.
You will. Now do you understand?
Should I?
Mr. Reed's residence is Miss Case.
Thanks, Kato. Yes, Miss Case?
According to the Humane Society, there are 9 leopards in the area, and all accounted for last night.
Thanks. Something else. 3 years ago, we did a feature on a gemologist, Frank Miller. Dig out a copy and get it right to me. Fine.
Miller? That's the name on this report.
He was working on a process to manufacture the perfect diamond. The stone Pat had might be one of his.
But why?
Well, supposing Pat Allen stumbled onto something much bigger than he expected. To cover, someone using this, tuned to send out an ultra-high frequency tone, and a leopard trained to respond to that tone and kill the nearest human to it. That someone programmed Pat Allen to die.
Can you prove it?
No. But the Green Hornet will. Scanner, Kato. Check. Stick to the back streets, Kato. You know who I am?
The Green Hornet.
I'm here to make you a proposition.
What would you want with me?
This. How are you progressing with it?
I gave that up long ago.
You're lying, Miller.
Please. If I perfected the process, would I be living like this?
You might. If you were waiting for the ideal plan to exploit it. I could flood the world diamond market with your perfect imitations. I could make you millions.
Millions. Millions. Come with me.
This is the oven.
Fragments of worthless carbon. Pieces of coal. I expose them to the same heat they would experience close to the Earth's core. Of course, I prepare them chemically first, rendering them singly refracting, the mark of the pure diamond. And at these early stages of my scientific methodology, this is the final step. Come closer. This is the final step. 50 degrees below zero. They're beautiful, aren't they? Don't touch them. No. Their extreme cold would rip the flesh from your hands. I'll get you something that you can handle them safely. Let me get one for you. There. Isn't it beautiful? Examine it. Look at it. Have a good look at it. Examine it closely. Okay. Did Miller get away? Yes. Let's go.
Kato, activate the scanner generator. Activated. Scanner aloft. Got him, Kato. Coordinates 2, 47, and 19. Let's go. I've been here before as Britt Reed. The widow of Bella DeLukens lives here. He was one of the wealthiest diamond merchants in the world.
Do it this way. This is my district right here. Yes.
I disagree.
Nobody else is going to interfere.
Gentlemen, please let's come to order. May I begin this meeting by expressing my regrets to Professor Miller. I know it was a trying experience, but we hope well worth it. And now for the business at hand. First, let me read you a note from Jeremy Clark, our Far Eastern representative. Just a short note to acknowledge your inquiry of June 2nd. I will forward all requested information in the month.
What was that?
Only a pet, gentlemen. And also my burglar alarm. And so, by including Professor Miller's diamonds in the shipments of my late husband's genuine merchandise, we can improve and increase profits 1,000-fold.
Then there'll be enough for all of us.
You told me you got rid of him.
I thought I had. The Honorable Mr. Miller.
Please, I was frightened.
No need to be. Now that we're partners.
I don't know of any such arrangement. 5 years ago, I accepted the responsibility to manage my late dear husband's business. It does very well, and it's quite legitimate.
Naturally. But you cut me in, or I cut you out. And I want half.
And how do you propose to do that?
By informing the International Diamond Merchants Association of your operation. You know my terms. Take them or leave them.
Gentlemen, the Green Hornet leaves us little choice. I'm afraid we must yield to his demands.
Let me go, you gorillas. I'm just out for my evening stroll.
Now, who is this man?
His name is Axford. He's a reporter for the Daily Sentinel.
The Green Hornet, eh? I should have known you were involved in this.
It seems your plan wasn't as secret as you thought it was.
Not by a long shot. You don't go around killing reporters and get away with it. Besides, you left a trail a Cub Scout could follow.
Oh, now really, Mr. Axford, you're being too modest. It must have taken a keen investigator to uncover us.
How did you find us?
Easy. Knowing the cops had closed the case, I went to Pat Allen's apartment and shook it down real good.
And what did you find there?
A piece of paper in one of Pat's jackets hanging in the closet. And your name on it. And the address of one of those electronics outfits. They told me you bought quite a few of those transmitters. Didn't take much guessing to figure out who planted one of them on Pat.
In any case, all this information is going to die with you, Mr. Axford.
Don't count on that. My boss, Britt Reed, is pretty clever. If I can pick up the pieces, he sure can too.
That is a chance we'll have to take.
You kill a second reporter, you've got big trouble.
That's a chance I'd be pleased to take. My first contribution to our partnership.
Why, you... Let go! Let go! You can't turn me over to the Green Hornet. I don't mind dying, but if someone's got to kill me, let it be anyone but him.
We'll take him. I'll be in touch. Partners.
Nothing to concern ourselves about, gentlemen. That partnership will be dissolved in a matter of moments, you see. My young man planted one of those transmitters in Mr. Axford's pockets.
She's released the leopard.
Double cross. Now, isn't that beautiful, Wyatt?
We better make our stand here. That cat can outrun us.
Axford, come back. Axford. Axford.
Axford, the cat's after you. Axford. He just got a whiff of the gas. Let's get back to the house. The time has come to end a beautiful partnership. You're a 14-carat hero, Mike.
We're all very proud of you.
Well, thanks. But that blasted Green Hornet. First, he knocks me out with the green gas, even though it saves my life. Then, he leaves that gang tied up for me like a gift package. Makes me wonder if he's as bad as I think he is.
Pretty confusing, isn't it?
I'll say it is. Next thing you know, he'll be helping old ladies cross the street.
Please?
It's getting awfully warm in here.
Yes, we'll take care of that shortly. Fasten your seatbelt, please. Stewardess. Yes? It's so hot in here. What's happened to the air conditioning? I'm so sorry. The unit should have been here. Oh, as a matter of fact, I think that's it now. Thank you.
Another challenge for the Green Hornet, his aide Kato, and their rolling arsenal, the Black Beauty. On police records, a wanted criminal, the Green Hornet is really Britt Reed, owner-publisher of the Daily Sentinel. His dual identity known only to his secretary and to the district attorney. And now, to protect the rights and lives of decent citizens, rides the Green Hornet.
And here's a late bulletin regarding this morning's daring airport robbery. There were no injuries. Passengers and crew recovered within minutes from the effects of the gas. Indications are that the robbery was the work of the Green Hornet, and police have manned a full-scale dragnet for his capture. Now for a look at the weather.
Indications are it had to be him, the Green Hornet. He even left his calling card.
You mean the seal? Mike, anyone could have used that to throw the police off.
Mr. Reed? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were busy.
It's all right, Miss Case. Please come in. Mike was just leaving, weren't you?
I can take a hint. But tell me just one thing. If it wasn't the Green Hornet, who was it?
That's a good question.
I haven't had the Black Beauty out of the garage.
And somebody's giving the Green Hornet a bad name.
Happens all the time. What's that?
That's a rather interesting letter for you.
No, and what makes it so interesting?
It describes this morning's holdup down to the smallest detail.
So did this afternoon's edition of the Daily Sentinel.
Look at the postmark.
5 p.m. yesterday. Well, that's 16 hours before it happened. He even pins it on the Green Hornet.
Read further. He claims he has the ability to predict any crime the Green Hornet is about to commit.
Yes, indeed, I did write the letter, Mr. Reed.
Why send it to me instead of the police?
They wouldn't listen. I've tried.
I see. And this is your little crystal ball, eh?
Mm-hmm. I'm Miss Laura Spinner, the prettiest computer operator this side of the Atlantic.
Miss Spinner, how do you do?
How do you do, Mr. Reed? I'm so glad that you finally have taken an interest in us.
Well, how could I help? Your prediction was amazing. Thank you. And you claim you can do it again?
Mm-hmm. As often as we wish. Do you have any questions?
Several. But the first one I'd like to ask is why pinpoint the Green Hornet?
Well, why not? And he is the most masterful criminal of our time.
Makes sense.
As a matter of fact, when you called to say you were coming over here, I had Laura program the machine to make another prediction. This is the material that we had to begin with. Concert at Town Hall. Prize fight at the City Arena. Manufacturers' convention at the Mercantile Center. So on down the line. Any place where there might be a large accumulated amount of money that might attract the Hornet. Laura? Time, 9 o'clock. Location, the box office of the City Sports Arena.
I'll be unavailable for the next hour. Ceases to amaze me. I was expecting your call, Britt.
I suppose so.
I suppose I can start by asking, where were you on the morning of the 5th?
And my answer would be nowhere near the airport.
Yeah? Well, what do you make of it?
Read this. Check the postmark. Have a chair.
What is it?
Mr. Scanlon?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Stay here, Kato.
Hey, this reads like a confession to me. I'll put out a pickup order on this Marcus character.
On what charge? Making a lucky guess. There's no proof he's committed a crime.
Well, don't you think it's obvious?
I've met the man. He's too clever to put his neck in a noose.
Well, you've met him.
And his computer operator. A girl named Laura Spinner. The one part that doesn't fit. I ran a quick check on her. She's one of the top technicians in the country. Brilliant and definitely honest.
Maybe Marcus has her mesmerized.
Possibly. But she really believes in what she's doing. Even gave me the next prediction.
All right. Where and when?
The City Arena, 9 tonight.
I'll have the place surrounded.
No, don't move in yet. Marcus is setting us up for something big. Give him a bit more rope. Then tighten it at the proper moment. Hornet gun. Check. Hornet sting. Check. Let's roll, Kato. Seconds to go. Look.
Hands up. Where's the money? Kato, abandon the chase. We lost them. Marcus lives at the Cortland Apartments on Kenmore. Step on it, Kato. This is the car, all right. It's still warm. Look.
Crazy party, man. What's the occasion?
Well, let's just say I came into a little bit of money.
What?
You didn't tell me.
Well, I don't tell you everything, my dear.
I guess we go to a party.
Right.
Beautiful, beautiful. How else would the Green Hornet make an entrance?
We thought you would appreciate it.
Oh, well, you're the smash of the party. Your disguises are very good, excellent. I don't even recognize you myself.
Isn't that part of the game?
It doesn't really matter. All right, quiet down, everyone. Pay attention. In exactly 2 minutes, we unmask. Well, come on, it's a party. Dance. Put on some music. And then, of course, I'll know who you two are.
Don't you know already?
No. Or what are you trying to say?
Try this. You really are a devil, aren't you, Marcus? Thus the costume.
Meaning? That you really are the Green Hornet?
That's right.
Let's go someplace where we can talk then. The other room.
Nobody in.
Your arrival is all part of my plan.
Your plan?
Mm-hmm.
And where do I fit in?
We're partners. Right down the middle.
What makes you so sure I want you for a partner? You're a nickel and dime operator.
Maybe that's what you think. When you hear what I've got going for me...
Let me guess. The predictions? Small jobs? Enough to build up the confidence of the police?
I should have figured that you'd be clever enough to figure it out.
At least as clever as you are.
You know, I really am pleased that you came.
Where's the big one going to be? And when?
Where and when? Barker and Benton, stockbrokers. Tomorrow night. $250,000 in negotiable securities.
And the rest of it?
The rest of what?
The phony plan?
That. Well, tomorrow morning I shall make another prediction. That the Green Hornet will invade the vault of the First Metropolitan Bank. The police, of course, will concentrate all their forces there.
If they believe you.
They will. I have a fan who'll see to it. I tell you, Mr. Reed, if the police ignore my prediction this time...
But what can I do?
Use the power of the press. Force them to throw a cordon around the First Metropolitan Bank tonight. If they refuse, threaten to expose them for incompetence.
That could work. Want me to handle it?
No, I'll handle it, Mike.
I hope so. I might even be there myself, just so as I can see the Green Hornet walk into the trap.
I don't know. Sounds awfully easy, Britt.
Too easy. Marcus doesn't want any partners, especially the Green Hornet.
Well, what's he up to?
Next move is his.
And all we can do is wait?
You don't have to wait at all. The Green Hornet will. Yes?
You were right. Marcus just called. Problems with the computer. It just contradicted this morning's prediction.
Here we go. Who's it going to be instead, Barker and Benton?
Well, how did you know?
I recognize the sour smell of a double cross. Thanks, Miss Case.
What can you do? Where's the job being pulled off?
Marcus doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to let him take me there himself.
Joe, would you mind? I'd like to talk to Abel. Abel, something very strange just happened. Mr. Reed's office called and told me that the police will be waiting for the Green Hornet.
Good.
But Wyatt, Benton, and Barker, that wasn't the computer result. What? Plan of Customs Warehouse. What do you have these for?
Because of $3 million worth of gold, that's why. Just sitting there waiting to be shipped overseas.
I don't understand.
It's simple enough. We plan to make sure that it misses the boat.
You're going to steal it?
Oh, no, Laura, that's a harsh word.
So that's your long-range plan, huh? To take advantage of my reputation, to add a little dignity to your scheme for becoming rich.
I am sick of this hand-to-mouth life that I've been leading. Well, tonight, that will be all over.
And if I could stop.
Joe?
Let me hurry up.
I'm sorry, Laura. But I can't let you spoil my plan.
What do you want?
Rockford Van is storage. Got a bill of lading here for a pickup.
No, we close at 6 o'clock. You'll have to come back tomorrow morning.
No, we got to pick it up tonight.
You heard what I said. Come back tomorrow morning. What's the matter? Something's wrong with Dave.
You wanted the gold, Marcus. Now you've got it.
Sent for me?
Yes, I did, Mike. Come in. I just wanted to tell you this is a darn good story. Laura Spinner's testimony should send the gang on a long trip.
I suppose I ought to tell you, I was onto that guy Marcus all the time.
You were?
Well, you disguised it pretty well.
Strictly an act. I was hoping to get to his boss.
You mean the Green Hornet?
The same. That's one thing this story's missing. A tagline reading, "And the Green Hornet is in custody." It'll happen someday. You just wait and see.
Anything you say, Mike. Anything you say.